Right now, you're seeing all over the media worldwide a very defeated, exhausted Justin Trudeau and a very confident Pierre Poilievre. There are some unspoken factors as to why Pierre has such a lead with respect to the Liberal Party. These factors are very interesting. No one talks about them. And if you imply them in your own life, I guarantee your life outcomes will be a lot better. Pierre is a master at certain social and presentation skills, and I think we can all steal a page out of his playbook to implement some of these key facets into our own personal tasks. It may help you at your work to get a promotion, being a leader in and outside the workplace. Maybe it's at home with your family. But I want you to analyze this video. We're going to go through it together. Do some critical thinking. And when you walk away, don't just be a theorist. Apply what we've talked about into your life, and I guarantee you're going to see some improvements. Without further ado, let's get straight to the video. Ready? And pay attention, guys. Very close attention, as this could greatly benefit all of you. Trust.
Food insecurity, and a quarter of young adults went to a food bank in 3 months alone this year. Why is it that Canadians who can't feed themselves have to keep feeding his morbidly obese government?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, it would be slightly more credible to hear the Conservatives concerned about the challenges Canadians are facing if they hadn't stood and voted against more spaces in childcare, voted against our dental care program that 2 million seniors have signed up for and has now delivered close to 100,000 dental appointments for seniors in just 22 days, Mr. Speaker. They've also stood against our school foods program that's going to help 400,000 more kids across the country have full bellies as they start their school day. These are investments that they're opposed to, that we are there to help Canadians with.
So I just want to comment on something real quick when watching Justin Trudeau. You can see the anxiety and the very rushed speech, which indicates we are nervous, lack of confidence. Think about when you were in grade school, didn't do your homework, and the teacher asks you a question from the assigned reading and you're stammering, I don't know, it could be Quebec, whatever. All of this leads to lower credibility in the eyes of the public. So, does Pierre hold an advantage on Trudeau regarding tone of speech? Let's check it out.
Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, it's a school food program that has not served a single solitary meal, even though it was promised 3 years ago. What he's feeding is bureaucracy, not children. And if all of his spending were working, then why is it that Food Banks Canada reports today that 25% of young adults had to go to a food bank in 3 months alone, and 2 million Canadians are lined up every month? Mr. Speaker, with so many empty stomachs, isn't it just a little bit wacko to be raising carbon taxes on farmers and food?
Okay, so a couple things I've learned from public speaking courses and just reading a lot of books on psychology and influencing people. The use of hand gestures often make you seem more convincing. You'll see phenomenons throughout your life where there's a complete moron using hand gestures and he can convince and sway a crowd. You just appear more confident. Also, Pierre's tone of speech is very, very slow, which allows the crowd to understand him. He seems more relaxed in his thinking, which shows preparation, understanding of the material he's presenting, and confidence. So based off these little cues, which no one talks about, we can already see that he would have a psychological edge regarding his perception in the eyes of the speculators. Let's keep going.
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we announced the National Food School program in the budget, and just after question period today, the Conservatives have an opportunity to vote in favour of that national.
Something that a lot of people actually credited Trudeau for and thought he was really cool back in 2015 was his marvelous hair. I can't help but notice that both of these guys have model-esque hair. Just, it's slicked perfectly, gel to the side, hairsprayed. It looks like it's professionally done. That may be something that could help in the eyes of a leader. How many bald US presidents were there? I don't think there was one. Is having hair that important? Let's keep going. We can go on a full-on talk show regarding the topic. I know a lot of medications that can save your hair, but let's conclude right now, for the sake of time, that hair is actually very important. Let's keep going.
Program and other initiatives that are going to help hundreds of thousands of kids across this country and indeed millions of Canadians with the high cost of living. But he's going to stand there and vote against it, Mr. Speaker, to prevent it from delivering the help Canadians need. We will keep going on delivering support for Canadians, and we will keep going on putting more money in the pockets of 8 out of 10 Canadians with our price on pollution that supports Canadian families and successfully fights climate change.
Hear, hear. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
He's been making exactly the same promises for 9 long years, and yet his NDP Liberal government has doubled housing costs, doubled the debt, increased the size of the bureaucracy by 50%. Now he wants to quadruple the carbon tax.
Look at his V-taper. Those of you who don't know what V-taper is, it's the proportion of the shoulders in regards to the waist. The ideal shoulder width to hip ratio is 1.6 in guys, meaning you will have a very masculine physique as well as masculine look if you have that broader shoulders and skinny waist, which he has, which goes into another topic, working out. If you're trying to go for that raise at work, if you want to be better loved by your partner, if you just want people to respect you, hit the damn gym. Look at how this guy commands respect, even if you compare him to all these blokes in the crowd. He stands out aesthetically 10 to 1. He's beating him, her, all these people. Her. There's no comparison. He commands that authority because of that taper. If this isn't your cue, guys, to hit the gym, I don't know what else to tell you. Let's keep going.
Deliver 2 million people to a food bank every single month. Mr. Speaker, if government programs were really going to solve the problem he caused, then why are Canadians so hungry? Yeah. It costs literally tens of thousands of dollars for many individual farmers, all of which gets passed on. But the Prime Minister, instead of defending his taxes, resorted to a really wacko and unhinged claim that if Canadians just paid more taxes, there would be suddenly less fires. I thought that water and not taxes put out fires.
This goes on to the most important thing you guys have to know about the government. The reason why the Liberals lost a lot of confidence is because they made everyday life harder for the common man. Higher taxes, higher food costs, higher rental costs, higher home ownership costs, you name it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's going to be elected. You are responsible for you. We see the hypocrisy of the Liberals down in the States, where Genocide Joe used the Americans' taxpayer money to fund a genocide. You see what happened in Palestine. And the Liberals, who are supposed to be the peacekeepers, where for everyone, diversity is our strength, they were the ones that funded this. So whether you're conservative or liberal, you'd like Pierre or not, it comes down to you. Doesn't matter who's going to become Prime Minister of the country. Put in the work, take accountability, live every day like it's your last, and I guarantee you, you're going to have a more fulfilling life. Stop commenting troll remarks on random YouTube videos. Use your anger for fuel. Work longer hours. Do more push-ups. Be there for your family. This is all I gotta say. A unique take on politics because it encompasses virtues that we need to take and adapt in our life. Recap and summary: working out, fixing your hair, and personal appearance to just appear that much more charismatic and responsible. And tone of communication really matters a lot. You're not going to speak fast and slur your words if you're stressed. These facets are worthy of a whole 100, 200, 300 degree program of study. Real life lessons that can benefit the average man or woman. Wish you guys all the best. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace.